Well.
Happy Friday and happy Mother's Day weekend.
It is Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Day weekend to you. You are a mom. I'm not a mom.
Well, you get Dad's Day coming up in June.
This is true. But so Sunday is Mom's Day. And you know what? I actually have to get Dana, my wife, something, not just from me, but also from the dog.
Yeah.
That's important,
I guess. It's really more importantly from the dog, because she's the mom. She's not a mom to you.
Right. But, okay. So you have 2 daughters. Are you expecting something from each daughter and the dog?
No, I'm not expecting anything.
Oh,
actually.
Man. That's kind of sad.
I have like 3 IOUs for glassy babies for years past, and it's okay. I just want to spend the day.
You know what?
I just want to spend the day with them.
Dana,
that would be the gift.
Has 3 IOUs for Coach purses that have not come to fruition. Maybe that's for this year, perhaps.
Maybe you should go to the Coach outlet up in Tulalip, Washington.
I cannot because she wants the Coach purses from the outlet doesn't have the ones that I want.
Oh.
She has a caveat with Coach purses.
You're going to be making it rain.
She doesn't like the ones that have the logo all over it, the CCCC, you know what I mean?
Well, the ones at the outlet, there's some that don't have that.
Well, you told her that, and I'll go to the outlet, but I was told no to the outlet.
Well, all right.
All right. So Mother's Day coming up, we will have some suggestions on things you can get for Mom coming up here on the program today. You wanted to talk about, we both have exciting things to talk about of stuff that we did.
That happened last night. You go first on what happened last night for you.
Went out with my friend Steven.
Yes.
We just did a dudes get together, and we went to Bellevue, and he, as we were walking through Bellevue Square, we started at the Bellevue Hyatt at 13 Coins.
Yes.
Right.
Nice choice. And
he's like, I want to go to the Nordstrom rack or whatever. Because he wanted to get a coat.
I love Nordstrom rack.
I know you do.
I love it so much.
I hesitated to mention it because I thought it would go in a whole different direction.
I love it.
So we did that, but then it was time to have some food. So again, after we did the 13 Coins, but so there's a cookie store there called Midnight Cookie, I think.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Is it delish?
Well, I had they had a strawberry shortcake cookie that was highly recommended, and it was good. But I was thinking the whole time, wouldn't all these cookies be fantastic? I mean, are you going to go to a cookie place and say, nah, that one sucked?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever had a cookie that I thought, this is terrible.
Well, some are way better than others, for sure. So I like crumble cookie.
That's also good. There's a few of those around the Seattle area.
Did
crumble
you know,
cookie.
We're going off track here, but Did you know, and I did not know this, Michael, who is my boyfriend Pat's middle son.
Okay.
Michael, he's like the healthiest, but knows the most about sweets and consumes the most sweets by far. Like he's the one that does the MMA fighting.
Yeah,
stuff,
he's
right?
like, it's super fit.
When he is not cutting weight for a fight,
right?
He consumes so many dessert things, and he can put a lot away. But he knows all the things. He told me on Mondays, Crumble Cookie does mini Mondays, and you can get mini versions. It's the only day of the week they do minis, and it's perfection. It's like the perfect amount of cookie. Because the big ones are so rich. You have to cut them up anyway.
I don't have to cut them up.
This is not a paid advertisement.
I don't have to cut any. I don't cut up any cookies. There's a cookie.
You eat the whole Crumble Cookie.
Whatever cookie it is. Yeah, I bought a cookie. I'm eating a cookie.
They're so rich.
After the midnight
I'm going there
cookie,
after this.
We went to Joey in Bellevue, and here's how long it's been since I've actually been out.
Okay, tell me, Joey in Bellevue.
Go to Joey in Bellevue.
They have the hot waitresses,
high end
servers, I should say.
Sorry. Yeah, because the dudes are, I mean, they're
pretty too.
They're pretty people. Yes,
okay.
These are like all model, good looking people. 2 drinks. Mm-hmm. I think they were vodka, soda, very simple drinks.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 drinks, and they have a little butter cake about the size of a personal pizza. Not even that. I guess it's maybe
not even as big as a Crumble Cookie.
About that size, 3 or 4 inches. Yeah.
Okay.
It's $55 for both of those before the tip.
2 drinks and a dessert.
Yeah, and I'm whoa.
No, that's about right. That tracks.
See, from the girl that goes out a lot in Bellevue as well. Because you like to go to Civility and Unrest, which I think would have been even more.
That was one of my favorite bars until I met Crowbar in Bothell. Seriously,
Civility and Unrest in Bellevue.
Yeah, in the Bellevue West End. That's
and I didn't hesitate paying for it because things are more expensive these days. I understand that inflation, and you want to take care of your servers as well. So I think after tip, it was what would it be, like $66, $67 or something.
That's about right. That's about what I would expect to pay. Although your drinks were simple, so it seems like
2 vodka tonics and a little tiny
just vodka tonics. That's it, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, they were doubles. Okay. Now you know what? Now it's making sense.
Don't point fingers at me saying I go out all the time. I don't order doubles.
You do go out all the time.
I just get 2 cocktails.
Exactly, and then you started drinking after that.
Last night I went to a little pizza party at Lance Cellars in Lake Stevens. It's actually their home, the owner's home.
Kevin Lance, yeah, he's
Kevin
a good dude.
and Debbie.
Yeah,
so they're awesome. And
also, not a commercial for Lance Cellars.
It isn't. They're my good friends. But he's like, you want to? It was kind of a last minute invite. You want to come over? It was a bunch of us friends. You guys want to come over? I'm going to fire up the wood fire burning pizza oven thing that he has for the season. He's like, I'm burning it up for the season. We're going to have some pizzas. Yeah. We're like, yes, we're in. So we get there, and Randy makes his own pizza, right? He's got his own pizza going, or like makes the first pizza.
Who's Randy?
One of my friends. Okay. One of the friends that's there. Very good friends.
We're going to have to pay attention. There's going to be a lot of friends, perhaps.
So he makes this beautiful pizza that is perfect for his palate. It comes out of the oven, and it gets cut up, and he brings it, and I'm like, oh, can I have a piece of that? And there's 2 pieces already missing, and he's like getting really upset about this. And his wife, Carrie, walks over, and she's like, oh, I want a piece of that too. And then he gets really kind of grumpy, and Carrie's like, why are you so grumpy? Did you think this whole pizza was for you? And he's like, yeah, I made it for me.
Was it a full-size pizza?
And then Carrie's like, no, it was like, I don't know. No, it was not full size. So I would say it would be
7 inches, 8 inches apart, or around?
Probably about the size of a mod pizza, you know? So it's like,
well, that's a one-person pizza right there.
So he's like, yeah, I thought it was for me. And Carrie's like, there is not enough dough for you to have your own pizza, Randy.
Yeah, Randy.
And so then Debbie.
I see. So he used like almost all the dough for the one pizza, and now there's very little dough left for everybody else's.
Well, all I'm saying, here's
pizzas.
The thing. All I'm saying is Debbie, the owner of the home, the one that's hosting with her husband, Kevin did not make enough dough in her opinion. And so the question became, Debbie's like, oh my God, I told him there wasn't going to be enough dough. I told him, like, I need to be in charge of the food. And I'm like, I'm kind of in your camp, Debbie. Like, I'd rather have way too much than not enough. Like that, not enough. So there was a whole conversation around that. And at the end of the night, there were, I don't know, 3 tiny slices of pizza left. And Kevin comes out and announces, I told you there was enough pizza for everybody.
I told you. 3 pieces. So everybody got 2 pieces of tiny little mod pizza.
We all got, I think, enough pizza. I think that probably some people could have eaten more, but we were being a little like, we want to make sure there's some for everybody.
True. Although I've never heard the definition. Enough pizza is... That's not a thing.
Okay. Anyway, that was a long story, but it was kind of funny because I think that there are 2 camps, and you're on one of those sides. You're either I want to make just enough, or I want to make sure that the food is plentiful, and I'm in the food is plentiful camp.
And I would agree. If you're hosting in particular, it's like you don't want people to say, "Oh, sorry, we ran out."
And and pizza for leftovers. I mean, come on, like let's do some leftovers. And I feel Kevin's probably never going to invite me to a party again. I loved it. He cooks the best. It's awesome. Please invite me again, Kevin K. Love you.
You got to learn about.
Here we go.
Kevin is the one who didn't want to share, right? No, that was Randy.
That was Randy.
Okay, all right. Randy has some lessons here as well. This is super cool, and I'm excited about this. The Aurora Borealis, also known as the Northern Lights, are going to be not only visible coming up here over the weekend, and again, this is always a might. Visible
where? Here in the Pacific Northwest or across America?
All over the place across America, which is unusual because generally, Alaska, they see it all the time.
Yeah.
And even here in the Seattle area, every now and again. But this time, I guess, is as far south as maybe Arizona and Alabama. You might be able to see the Northern Lights. And that's there's a lot of mights in here. It might happen. It might not. You might be able to see it from these states, but it might not.
The point is there is actually a chance that we could.
Exactly.
Versus not even no chance at all.
And so, yeah, this is the Northern Lights, these beautiful bands of color across the sky. If you're interested in watching, and I know you are, the best aurora is usually within an hour or two of midnight. So maybe you start at 10 o'clock until about 2 in the morning is when you got to stay up late.
That's hard to stay up that late.
Well, apparently there's some extra solar activity going on, and the aurora borealis is tied to solar activity. Somehow, the geomagnetic activity, did I say that
This
right?
is real sciencey. I feel like I need to get my daughter Riley
There's
in
particles
here.
of
She knows
of
all
the
this.
sun and da-da-da. So anyway, it should be, of course, it's gorgeous to see, and this is an opportunity for people in more southerly states to be able to see it. So
I
keep
really
an eye
want
out.
to see it.
Friday, that's tonight, tomorrow, or Sunday nights between 10 p and 2 a, your best shot. It maybe, possibly, you could, by chance, see the aurora borealis.
But you need to get away from the city lights. That's right.
Yeah, you should
So
be able to see
maybe-
it with but they call that light pollution. So if you want to go, deep to like where your boyfriend lives.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Cedro Woolley. Like, there's hardly any light pollution up in
Yeah,
those parts.
it'll be nice and dark. That's great for and when they have like the Perseid meteor showers and stuff like that, you should also go out there.
I
and
want
watch
to.
those.
I want to be a part of that for sure. I don't know if I can stay up though. I'm gonna talk to Riley because Riley, my daughter, is super sciencey and loves all that.
Super sciencey.
Super sciencey, like Dana, your wife. Is
My
super
lovely wife.
sciencey.
When that's her job. So
Okay, so here's the deal. Dove Chocolates,
Mm-hmm.
this is really cool, has launched a free career tool for Mother's Day because they want to help moms who want to go back to work close the mommy gap. And the mommy gap
Right.
is that time that you've taken off to be a mom, which, by the way, is the hardest job in the world.
little little added thing there. And you know what? And that's a serious thing because you go in for a job interview and they say, well, what about this time here between whatever, say
Why didn't you work
2022
there?
and 2023, what's going on?
So
You're like,
Dove is doing. It's tied to a contest. There's 10 people that will win $1,000. That's a side note. But you can go to this mom experience translator, and it uses AI to transform mom skills into job skills. For example, I'm reading this. Wrangling your bratty kids might work better if you said you're proficient in multitasking and operational coordination.
AKA
Brilliant.
wrangling bratty kids.
Anyway, I think that's really cool that they're doing that. So
Nice.
I just wanted to give that a mention.
You can look at the Dove chocolate website, I guess,
Yes.
and it'll have that.
It will give you all the information.
Here comes all the stuff about Mother's Day, which thanks to all the moms out there, you are awesome. As Jen just said, the hardest job in the world, second to house husband. Which is
Seriously.
what I've become. Don't let me get away with that. House husband.
You're a house husband.
That's true. And it's not as hard as being a mom. Let me tell you that much.
Being a mom is the hardest job. I never thought it was going to be as hard as it is.
Mother's Day Sunday. So in honor of that, we put up on our Facebook page, Curt and Jen in the morning. What's the best advice you ever received from your mom?
We got some great responses.
What did you have one you wanted to share, or
I tried to get Macy to share one for me. I was trying to do a little video with her, and she's like, I don't know. Nothing.
Yeah, well, that's
I'm like,
because she's
"Come on." I
14.
said, how about this one? How about make good choices?
Be kind,
Find joy,
find
spread kindness,
spread
or
kindness.
listen to your head, heart, and gut. That's one of my big ones for them. If those things aren't aligned, you got to be doing some thinking about what's
Yeah,
not right.
listen to all three. I listen to my gut too much, and that's the problem. You know what? My mom didn't give me advice, but she actually is the one most responsible for, the last 35 years of my life. This is how I got into radio. Are you ready?
Yes.
We were playing, this is when I'm in college. I was at the University of Iowa in Iowa City. And
the Buckeye, what are they?
the Hawkeyes, yeah.
Hawkeyes.
Go Hawks.
Hawkeyes.
We're playing Trivial Pursuit, right? And because we lived there locally, most of my friends that I made in college were from out of town, so our house became very popular with everybody. My mom
love
was
that so much.
was the group mom. And so some
my
friends
dream.
are over, and my mom and I and my dad and my sisters and these friends were all playing Trivial Pursuit. And she noted that she noticed that I always got the answers right about music. There was I think it was entertainment or something.
Yeah,
was
arts and entertainment.
was the category. And she's like,
Yeah.
every time a music question comes up, you should, you get it right. You know a lot about music. Like, I just, it's my passion, I guess. And she says, you should try to get a job at the radio station at school. And of course, then what am I, 19? Oh, Mom, I don't have a voice for radio.
Oh, Curt, I love this so much.
I took her up on it. It just meant, I went to, this is like 3 days later. I'm coming back from class on the campus bus. And I just, you know what? I got off the bus like several stops early, and I went into the quad, and I said, hey, I want to be a DJ. And the response from the program director at the time was, can you work tonight at 2? And I said, sure. They said, do you know how to cue up a record? We were using vinyl still back then. So this is 1987, something like that.
You're old, Curt.
I know. And do you know how to cue up a record? And I said, yeah. Well, that was a lie. But I figured, you know what? I'll come in 15 minutes early.
Yeah, you know how to play records.
Come in 15 minutes early. Oh, they put the needle on the record right at where the audio begins, and
the sound beat goes like this.
Turn it back a half a turn, and there you go. So that was, and that obviously led to a commercial radio job, and then so where did I go from Iowa City to Davenport
a career in radio,
Dayton, Cincinnati,
because of your mom.
Yep, Detroit, and then here. Thank you, Mom. I love you.
Yeah,
in heaven,
up in heaven, shining down on you.
That doesn't really
proud
count.
Of you.
That doesn't necessarily count as advice, but that was really a turning point.
That's kind of advice. Mm-hmm. Like you should, like that was an advice suggestion.
I like suggestive
advice.
Now, yeah. What are you talking about? Like suggested advice?
Well, you said it's not advice. I'm like, I think it is. It's just
like when you go through the drive-through and they say, "Would you like fries with that?" That's a suggestive
advice,
sale, something like that.
Oh no, okay. For my mom, I think it's more like just work hard and stay true to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Also, great advice.
Yeah.
And some of these that we heard from people that chimed in on the Facebook page. Marilyn said, "Don't carry credit card debt." Great idea. If you can manage to do that, let me know how, right?
Stephanie said, get a good education. Right. And Jody's mom told her to don't depend on anyone else financially. Also great advice. That is a good one. How about Sherry? I've never heard this phrase. Sherry says her mom told her, you'll never fear the storm if you are the storm. I like that one a lot. Mariana's mom told her this too shall pass, which is that works. Good advice. Yeah, right? All the time. Like this is just a blip. Something. This is just one moment in time among many, many moments. Mm-hmm. So it will pass. And finally, Barb said to, I guess her mom told her this. Yeah. If you need to get out of something, blame it on me. That's what moms do. Have you told your girls that? Oh, yeah. They can, if they need to get out of something, yeah. My mom said, I got it. Yeah. Okay. Nice. I mean, I think it's more like, if you're in an uncomfortable situation, especially when you're in school, I think this works. Say that, it's my mom. My mom needs me home right now, or you can just. I'm the scapegoat. Mom's and I'll come and I will come to your rescue anytime. Yes. It makes me a little teary. You should be proud to be a mom. Hardest job in the world. Yeah. Away from moms for a second. Yes. For this one, I love it. It's about. I don't love this one. I have to say because I failed the test. Curt. It's about being cool, and you want to go with this. The question was asked. At what age do you stop being cool? So and I thought thousands I was pretty of people. Cool. I mean, I think I'm a pretty cool person. I think I'm a pretty cool mom. Yeah, I think I'm a pretty cool mom. My girls probably don't think that as much. Maybe disagree. But so thousands of people were asked, at what age do you stop being cool? And collectively, the average age when you stop being cool is 39. Based on this, they said, the people said, that's when we tend to feel like we're out of touch and can't follow the trends, right? And this is of all age. People of all ages were asked this, and it was kind of universal so it wasn't just older people answering this. The younger people were like, I would guess around, in your 30s, right? 39 was what they came down with. And they broke it down even further. Yeah, what was it based on? They broke it down even further by saying several different topics. And do you keep up with these topics? How out of touch, I guess, are you? Slang is a good one. Because I think I keep up on slang, but I really don't. That was the top answer, by the way. People said you're uncool if you don't keep up with the slang. And that's when we found out that, 4 out of 10 people say that they're completely out of touch with modern slang. And what was the IJBOL? We're like, what is IJBOL? We had to look it up. I just burst out laughing. It's the new LOL. Yeah. You can't say LOL anymore. That in an earlier show. Or LMFAO, right? You can't say that either.
I guess because then you're out of touch.
That's so out.
Do you keep up on celebrities? A third of people said, I don't keep up with celebrities.
We had to look
anymore.
up this one too because they gave some examples in the story. I'm like, who's Jacob
Elordi? Right?
Yeah. And then I looked him up. I'm like, oh yeah,
I know that guy.
I've seen the Kissing Booth.
That's what he was in?
I've seen,
okay.
There was more. He's been in a lot. I'm like, oh yeah.
The other example
I just didn't know his name, but that's the point, right? You don't know that you know them once you look them up, but not by name.
Emma Chamberlain. I thought when they said that, for some reason I thought that she was a model or a Victoria's Secret person or whatever. Emma Chamberlain. No, she's a bajillionaire because she's an internet famous.
She's an influencer. A big-time influencer. I had not heard her name before. This is where social media gets you down a rabbit hole because we had to look her up. And once we did, we're like, she has over 15 million followers.
Yep.
Which then led to me and Curt looking at our Instagram. We have 0 followers. Go be our first follower
We're
on
just
Instagram.
starting out,
Curt
but yeah.
and Jen. 0 followers.
Be nice to be at least at 1. That's just on Instagram, though.
And she had 15.3 million. What are we not doing?
Well, first of all, she started
hot.
like 7 or 8 years ago, and she's hot.
She's
I do
hot.
think that if you're going to be an effective influencer, it's
like
a big
Vogue
part
model
of it.
hot.
Yeah. And she's done okay for herself. Other things
I'd
that
say.
people said they don't keep up with, things like current movies, social media. These are the people that are no longer cool. About 2 in 10 said, I've never used TikTok and wouldn't know how. We wouldn't know how is the big part of that, isn't it?
Yeah, that goes along with technology then, right? Technology and keeping up with music too. That's where I sometimes feel not cool. Like,
I'm pretty up to date on music. I do keep up on that.
I'm not. Like when my girls come to me and say, oh my God, have you heard this song yet? I'm like, no, and I've not even heard of the artist.
Who is that again?
But they get a lot of it off of like Spotify.
Yep.
You know, what's the other one? Pandora?
Getting back to technology, because sometimes we will ask your daughter, Riley, it's like, hey, we need help with this. And she's like, oh.
You're such boomers.
Yeah. Let me just say this. It's not only that I don't know how to do these things. I don't care. That's what it is.
But
it
we
comes
have
down
to care, though.
Exactly.
That's
so
how
now we're
people
like,
are
all right, well,
consuming
so now we have to get a
things.
TikTok, profile or whatever. It's
We have one.
I know we do. I'm just
Okay.
saying at some point I was like, I never thought I'd be doing this, but all right.
Yeah.
But then you ask how, and they're like, well, you guys are dumb.
Here's what it's like. What do you post on what platform?
Yeah,
That's the other thing. I struggle with that one.
as we're finding out, you post everything on every platform practically.
Then you got to change the way that it's.
Well, you don't post it the same way
I know.
on Instagram as you post it on Facebook. It's got to be a little bit different, whatever. All right.
Hey, thanks for listening to us as we
Yes.
go about this. You can just, along for the ride with. Do you relate to this? Because I'm guessing maybe a lot of people do more than people think.
And as long as you're under 39, you're still cool, evidently. So enjoy that while you can.
And if you hear that, we're glad that we're cool enough to have you listening. Okay, back to Mother's Day. A few
Back to
more
the Mother's
Day
Day
things.
stuff. All right. We will go with if you don't yet have a Mother's Day gift, do you? Well,
Oh yeah, I already got my mom. Every year she wants a hanging basket of fuchsias. So I picked up those 2 of them at Costco. One for my mom, one for Pat's mom, and they love them.
Fantastic. We are taking Dana's mom. My mom is no longer with us, but Dana's mom and she and I are going to go to, guess where? The Glassy Baby store. Because
they get to pick out Glassy babies.
my mother-in-law Kathy, she saw the most recent ones. She says those are really nice. Well, we got one and we had it engraved and you bought this for us. Thank you very much.
Yes.
With a gift certificate. We had it engraved with the name of our dog Dexy when he passed away about a month ago or so. And she saw that and she's like, "Oh, that's such a great idea. I want to get one of those for Katie, which is her dog that passed like
away?
a year ago." So that's what we're doing
nice.
for her on Mother's Day. We're going to go get a Glassy Baby.
There is a mom Glassy baby. It's called Mom.
So now we got to get her 2.
Yes, I would if I were you.
So if you still haven't bought anything or if you don't have anything planned for Sunday, this might help you because they actually asked moms. Moms were asked about their favorite ways to spend their free time.
And what ranked first? Watching movies or TV shows?
I thought it was going to be the classic, I just want to spend time with the kids. No.
I do want to do that. I feel like that time is precious with the ages of my kids right now. So if they give me their time, that's a precious gift.
What do you have there? 14 and 20? 19?
Macy turns 15 tomorrow.
15 and 20.
Happy birthday, Macy girl.
Yeah.
She's like, when can I get my learner's permit? When can I get it? When can I get it, Mom?
Can you put that off as long as you can, please? Just for the rest of us? Nothing against Macy.
She's taking driver's ed this month.
All right. So
anyway, okay. So watching movies and TV shows was the first thing, and that was just ahead of catching up on sleep and doing something that has to do with personal care, like taking a bath.
That's how mothers want to spend their free time. The way that they don't, of the activities listed in this survey,
they don't want to go out to eat.
The thing that moms like least is going out to eat.
That surprised me, actually.
Yeah.
So no going out to eat for mom.
Maybe it's too many people, and
they also don't want to go shopping.
Again, too many people.
Yeah, that was one of the bottom of the listing.
But then spending time with family and friends also ranked towards
at the bottom of the list.
I get plenty of time with my family and friends. You know what? It's Mother's Day. I wanted some time alone.
If you haven't gotten your mom a gift and you're scrambling, Amazon can come to the rescue, because there are still some things that they will deliver on time. I mean, you could still get her flowers and chocolates. I'm just listing some ideas. And of course, candles. Although I would not recommend candles. Like, I have so many candles. I don't want another candle.
But that's just you.
I know, but
most people don't have 2,517 candles.
I don't know about that. I don't know how many.
We should also mention that you mentioned flowers. They did a survey on what flowers were most popular, and roses didn't even make the top 5.
It was like carnations.
Carnations was in there. Hydrangeas, peonies. Yeah.
Hydrangeas were in there?
Yeah.
I love hydrangeas.
So those are the top flowers that moms seem to like.
Other things that you could get mom that will be delivered on time: a bird feeder, handbags. There's lots of self-care items like those facial masks and stuff. Or an eye mask to shut the light out. But this also will be delivered on time, and it's on my list, and it is awesome. A digital frame. A digital picture frame. You have one downstairs.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I do like it very much.
I'm telling you what, moms, if it is not on your list, I would highly recommend it. I don't have one yet, but many of my friends do. And Pat, my boyfriend, does. I got him one for Christmas, and it brings you so much joy to see these pictures pop up, and your friends and family can send you pictures to the frame, directly to the frame.
You just share with them the little password or whatever, and so they can take a picture. Like my sister in Florida can take a picture. Here's the sunset over the Atlantic.
Yeah, or here's us doing something. I mean, it's a great way to stay in touch, and it's just to like it. Then when a new picture pops up on your frame and you accept it and you see it, I know.
That
it's
certainly
just heartwarming.
One of these things that they had on the list of things to get for your mom was a callus healer. What a horrible gift.
Well, I mean, if you need it.
But isn't that saying, hey, you've got bad feet, here you go, Mom?
I mean,
isn't that almost as bad as getting like workout equipment? Hey, I bought you a, treadmill.
I bought you a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, that doesn't seem that
I bought you a club membership.
Let's go with the video frame. And
although a wine club membership would be good, like a membership to something fun. Like there's the cocktail club that you get like cocktail mixes and new recipes every month, or I don't know, what are the other clubs? There's the wine clubs.
There's the hair club for men. No, that's not a good club.
All right, what are you doing this weekend, Curt? How you spend it? You said that you're going to take Dana and Dana's mom to Glassy Baby. What else are you doing? Because it's going to be beautiful in the Pacific Northwest. So if you're in the area, enjoy that.
Why don't you tell me what I'm doing? Because you made plans for me all day tomorrow.
Because it's supposed to be hot tomorrow.
Yes.
Like hot for May, which is in the 70s.
Every day in the summer.
70s.
Every day in the summer, Jen says, "Are you taking your boat out today? And can I come with?"
Yeah. So I said, "Are you taking your boat out tomorrow, Curt?" And he's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "It's going to be in the high 70s.
And then she pulls the old, well, it's Macy's birthday.
If you go on the boat, can we go?
Yeah, of course, anytime. So, but the pressure, oh man, the pressure every day. Go, 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 go.
So that's what you're doing this weekend, maybe on the boat.
Yes.
Going to Glassy
and
Baby.
Looking for the Northern Lights.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I need to remember to do that. I would really love to see them. Yeah. I saw them. I forgot to mention this. I saw them so briefly, and they weren't lots of colors, in Alaska. I'd gone to Alaska out in the sticks. My ex-husband's family's from there. It's beautiful out there in Kodiak. I was brushing my teeth outside because they don't have a bathroom with running water. You had to go in the outhouse. And,
right.
I mean, they had some running water, but anyway, I was outside brushing my teeth, and I'm like my mouth is full of spit and all that, and I'm like,
there it is.
And they thought it was a bear. They thought I'd seen a bear because bears are in that area, but it was the Northern Lights.
And that's how you would react to a bear as well.
That is.
Same reaction, Northern Lights, bear,
Yeah.
All right.
I'm celebrating Macy's birthday. We're going
Right.
to spend all day together, probably sometime with the cruises as part of that if you go out on your boat.
Sure.
She does want to go on the lake. She wants to be out on the lake.
Well, last time she wanted to be on the lake, she's like, I want to go on the tube. And we put her on the tube, and she's like, it's too cold. I'm coming back in.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Can we do a little like, hey, people in the Pacific Northwest, if you're going out, because everybody's going to go out by the water. We know how this works. The water is still very cold, so be careful. Wear your life jacket.
Right.
Maybe don't even go in yet because there's not enough warm days to warm up that water yet.
And when you see your kid in the water, of course, they've got their life jacket on, and you say, are you cold? And they say, no, but their lips are blue.
Yeah.
Maybe take them out of the water. Right?
Yeah.
An old tip from the non-dad.
Just be careful. All I'm saying is be careful because the kids are going to want to go in the water, and it is super cold.
Yeah?
And then I'm hosting a Mother's Day brunch at my house for my mom, Pat's mom. I mean, and yeah, any mom that wants to come over, come on over. I'll have lots of food.
Well, I want to hear about that.
Lots and lots of food.
Always. Too much is never enough, right? Well, and on Monday, we'll be back to share Mother's Day stories. And I can also tell you, this is not really, it's not a big deal. Do I have to go into greater detail if I say I'm getting a CAT scan of my chest on Monday?
Yeah. Can you tell us about it on Monday?
Well, yeah. No, it won't be till after the show.
But why are you getting it?
My doctor, you and I have both having challenges with this sort of chronic cough that we have.
Yeah.
And me more so than you. This has been going on for a long time. And my mom, for the last 20 years of her life, had this chronic cough as well. So,
Curt, are you going to be all right? That's mega.
We're trying to actually get down to the nuts and bolts of it, what's going on. Because, it's like, well, you can take cough drops and, take this stuff for acid reflux. It might be that. So I was like, let's find out for sure what's going on. If there's, things in... He's like, well, you got to check your lungs and your chest. We've already done an x-ray, so let's do the CAT scan. So no big deal. That's my excitement for Monday.
What are we going to talk? What else are we talking about on Monday? Do we have anything?
I think that the weekend will provide us plenty of things to talk about. And
if you ever have a question for me and Curt, please reach out to us. You can do it. I think that you can connect with us on any of the platforms that you're watching or consuming this podcast on. You can also reach out to us at curtandjeninthemorning@gmail.com. Yes, I know it's long.
Yeah, but there's the direct email, Curt with a C and Jen with one N.
Or on any of the social media platforms. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram with no followers. And we're on Facebook.
We're going to have a follower at least. We're going to catch up to, what's her name? Emma Chamberlain.
And
before too long.
15.3 million followers. That is where we're headed for sure. If you like what you're hearing, please share. Please let your friends know about it because we would love to be part of everybody's day.
Have a happy Mother's Day weekend. Yes. The whole weekend, make it happy.
Yeah, and if you're lucky enough to be with your mom and Curt, I know, it makes my heart sad that your mom is not with us. I know she's watching down from heaven, for sure.
No question about that.
Give your mom a hug. We love hugs, and they're free to give. You have lots of them to give. You never run out of hugs, so please hug your mom. Make good choices, find joy, and spread that kindness. Thanks for listening.